Right, we move. Welcome back, everybody, to Ring of Honor 2017. My name is TEW, if you didn't know. This is episode 11. I forgot to mention it an episode ago, but we reached double digits in this series. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your continued support. I think this is being recorded a little bit in advance. I could not tell you if we've still got the continued support. But it's week 2 of March, and we are 2 shows away. This show and the next show until Super Card of Honor. So, wait, no, I remember now. Top right, card. Check the playlist. It's pretty interesting, just give me all the retention time I need. I'm not even monetized that, but I'm not joking. But we go to check the bottom of the description, you'll see a Twitch link. Make sure you go and follow over there. I do funny streams sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. We move. Keith Lee defeats Dave Boy Smith Jr. in 9:29 with Power Slam. Keith with 43, Davey with a 53. Davey gets an adequate. Chardonnay, I forgot who she's managing. She's managing one of them. But Chardonnay is at ringside, and she got a great gimmick. I'm pretty sure she's managing Keith. It was at this point in time. It's not that far in advance. I've seen NXT TakeOver now. I've seen TakeOver and I've seen Fight Fest as well, so it's not too far in advance. But yeah, Keith, you did. That match, Adam Cole's really good. But we move. And Kaylee Ray pinning Amber Gallows with Gory Bomb. Kaylee with a 39, Amber with a 30. We move. Made in the East, which obviously Ace and then the Guns defeat Orange Cassidy and Smash Bros in 9:55 when Ace tapped out Orange. We move. They both were very good gimmicks, that's very odd. But yeah, pretty solid performances all around. And Rocky Romero loses to Robbie Eagles in 15:09 with a pulse drop. Rocky with a 58, Robbie with a 39. Ariane Andrew, also known as Cameron in the WWE, you're going to probably see her a bit, is now managing Robbie Eagles. She's got a Norfolk game. We love that. We move into a pull-apart brawl to open up the show in front of 439 fans in the New York Carrier Theatre. Not good at American geography, lads. You couldn't tell I'm British. But the Bucks come down to the ring, they take mics and they start talking to the crowd before they get interrupted by Bob Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Redragon. They have a bit of an argument going back and forth, and they start battering each other, to be fair, lads. And there you go. Match takes place later on tonight. 2-man event. We move. Gargano debuts. Jonathan Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Honor, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Then you go, he answers Drew Galloway's open challenge. Galloway can't fucking believe it. There you go, we move. With Johnny Gargano. And the match gets a 56. Had great wrestling and good heat. Galloway defeated Gargano in 23:19. The future shock DDT. Galloway makes hence number 8 of the television title. Drew with 56. Gargano outscores him with 58. Love that. We move. Stephen Amell gets off the phone and stomps his way to Redragon to break them some news. I don't know why I said him. Then, Boys A to break to you, but Will Ospreay is refusing to sign another contract with us due to some of the words we fired to New Japan, and they've become hostile. Meaning you two, unless you two can't find another partner, your match with Kara and the Bucks will be a handicap match. Kyle punts a bin, and a few folding chairs before the camera cuts back. So yeah, I was trying to I couldn't sign. It was when I was making all my exclusive, when I was trying to get a bunch of our workers back away from New Japan, I realised that we had a no stealing agreement with New Japan. So I to break that, which meant they declared war on us. Because New Japan don't take that shit lightly. So we are now at war with New Japan, which is helpful for everyone involved, I swear. Fuck. We moved into a 32 Galleon defeat the Empire in 1943 when Hendry pinned Walter. We moved really, Hendry with a 44, copy of the 35, the other copy of the 38, Hansen and Gretel with 42 and 31, and Walter with a 40. And the match is a bit too long. Hate to see it. But we move into Kenny Omega. He makes his way to the ring and grabs a microphone to shut up the audience. Before I put away this man, Love gets like a guy with some washing up to do, or cleaning needs some time to speak. I've been thinking about Wrestle Kingdom, and I was never given my match from winning the G1. Because somebody didn't tell management that he wasn't going to renew his contract in time for a replacement to be found. So I say we right or wrong. Oh God, I can't do it. But you know the video. You know the problem. Oh Okada, I want you and you alone at Supercard of Honor. I shall mop up the remains and send them back to Japan. I'm sure they'll want me back in a heat. Goodbye Okada, and good night. Bang! That sets up. You can see it there. Okada vs Omega Part 1 for Supercard of Honor. There you go. Bang. And the person Kenny was talking about was Shane Taylor. Kenny beat him in 620. It wasn't even worth the one major, just pinfall. Kenny with a 57, Shane with a 38. We move. The match was apparently far too short, but it wasn't actually important, so fair play. We move into Stephen Amell just sat backstage when Davina Rose and Kaylee Ray storm into the ring. Or storm into his office. And tell him why they deserve a title shot. And he finally decides that he's fed up with it. So he's gonna give them a number of contenders match against each other. And the winner will be facing Candice LeRae at Supercard of Honor. This match is next week. Mixed you up. It's not this week, it's next week. But yeah, these Kaylee Ray, obviously, she's been picking up wins all over the pre-show. And is probably the reason Candice won the triple threat. Because in headcanon, I think Kaylee just in the triple threat. Kaylee did a bunch of the work, and then Candice obviously hit the big moves on the two others, and bang, it's a pinfall on Toni Storm. But now that I think about it, Kaylee Ray probably does deserve another shot, because she wasn't even pinned in the triple threat. And then Davina Rose. She came in, she wants the shot at the title. So that match is next week. We move into Jay White versus Jay White. Comes down the ramp and looks around Mike. Gets ready to cut the cliche Rise of the Switchblade promo before he is interrupted by David and Chris Hero, who slides into the ring with a mic of his own. It's the same old every week, Jay. You come out here and say to everyone that the Rise of the Switchblade is on the horizon or some shit, and then you win your match in double the time. Maybe if you spent more time on the relevant stuff, you'd be winning matches faster, and you'd have more time on your hands. So sending you off to maybe spend some time with your family. I'm sure she'd love that. He doesn't even get to finish the sentence. Jay White drops his mic and just brutalizes Chris Hero. Pull him in for the Blade Runner and spikes his head on the mat. Jay is pissed off. He doesn't even go back up the ramp. He goes out through the crowd shield style. Jay White is pissed. Next up, we've got Marty Scurll gaining some momentum because apparently he doesn't have a lot of momentum. Although he's been having the best promos fucking every single week. Marty Scurll defeats Sam Callahan with a graduation. There you go, it's a 50, it's a really good match, to be fair. We'll move into the announcers who, I'll tell you who they are probably next. I'll tell you who our announcers are. I don't think I've ever actually told you that. But basically, they talked about that we'll be seeing Adam Cole taking on Andrade Cien Almas at Supercard 1. Just a non-cliche looking match, because there you go. You got Andrade versus taking on Adam Cole. Will you move? Into the main event, which is Redragon defeating the Young Bucks with Bobby Fish, pin Matt Jackson with a running single leg high knee strike. Nick Jackson apparently carried the match. Will you move? Matt with the 54, Nick with the 65, Carl with a 50, Bobby with a 56. That advances the storyline, and that also finishes the show. The actual show gets a 55. Not as good as last week, but still very, very good. And we improved by found 53 regions. Fucking hooray. That is huge. 53 regions, that's huge. We're on our way to medium, lads. We're on our way to medium. And, well, and here's the match that you all missed. So I never mentioned it at the beginning. I fucked up the first recording, and I accidentally saved past the beginning pre-show match, so you all missed Okada defeating Kenny King in about 5 minutes. That's what you missed. Yeah, the show was overall pretty decent. It advanced all the storylines, and next episode will be the Go Home show for Supercard of Honor. So let's do my back spiel. If you liked this episode, make sure you tell me that. Make sure you like it, please. Makes me realise that I'm doing a good job. And could you also leave a comment and tell me some things that you enjoyed about the show, some things that you didn't, and why I'm terrible at booking. But I think I'm running out of things to say. Wait, I remember. Take care, lads, in a bit.